Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Father's Note, where we promote fatherhood through building men. As always, we are happy that you took the time out of your busy schedule to stop by and spend the evening with us. I am your host, Lionel Nelson. Of course, you know that by now. But look, we're going the subject we want to talk about tonight. It's centered around. It's definitely centered around Keke Palmer. But I think that at this point, Keke Palmer is it's not going to be totally about Keke Palmer. I would say this, but my intent is to show number one that there are many Keke Palmers out there who have ladies, young ladies, who Keke Palmer represent. I'm going to say this, and the reason that I say that there's so many women that represent her, that she represents, because a lot of women have basically signed off on her dress attire, her behavior, and what have you. Now, I'm like I said, I don't want to make this about Keke, but I do want to address the issue that we have going on with why women feel it's okay to wear barely nothing in public. Well, some of you may be asking the question, well, why should that concern you? Well, the reason that it concerns me is because number one, hey, I have daughters as well. Number two, I have sons. Okay. And I know they are not dead, right? And number three, I think it really reflects, excuse me, what the issue that we have going on um, in our society. Keke, from what I've seen, is that from what I've known of her, I say, was I could say have displayed a behavior that's different than what we are seeing today. And I personally don't believe that she was raised that way. There's no way. I personally believe that. And of course, I heard in, as I would see different videos, other YouTubers were responding that at one time her relationship with her parents had became strained. So there are so many variables that can go, and that we should consider why we have what we have right now going on today in society. And listen, if you're watching, how about let us know? Go ahead, put a comment to say hi to us, okay? And if whether or not you're watching on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook, how about put a comment below? Tag a couple of people, let them know we're here. And this is the discussion. And it's not to, and I want to be clear, this is not to really degrade anybody, but we have a heightened situation where it's that, and to take it even deeper, when you look at it, there's some deep. I'm going to use this word. I'm not going to be super spiritual, you all, but I just need to call it like it is. There's some deep demonic stuff that's taking place, and we are so naive that we're falling right into it. We're giving our livelihood, our moral standards, um, to it on a platter, and it's almost as if it's perfectly okay that is happening. And I'm here to say, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm going to play a video. It may seem to be a little comical, but I'm going to open this up with a video, and then we're going to go from there, and we're going to talk about it from there. This kind of like sums it up, well, in a way, where I'm at. Here we go.
A woman that's everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. You out there in them streets, letting it all hang out. A woman that's everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. Everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. A woman that's everybody nobody woman. Get you some standards about your life. Listen.
She said that a woman that's everybody's woman ain't nobody woman. You out there in them streets, letting it all hang out. You ought to get some standards about your life. So when we're talking about in the streets, what comes to mind is social media, especially on IG. And I'm sure that we have seen that. I know I see it. You don't even have to look for it, but it appears. It presents itself. And I believe that, oh my God, there was a phrase in which that someone had shared with me, in which they call themselves, you got these IG models that wear barely anything. So when she says that a woman that's everybody's woman, so you're exposing yourself, you're wearing these thongs and barely anything, a patch over your nipples, and you think that's cute. You think that is appropriate. When in actuality, that is a form of immorality. Y'all can talk to me now. Let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, if you want to call into the show, there's the number over at the bottom of the screen, 954-559-9300. You can call in. Yeah, but a woman is everybody's woman. So in essence, you're a woman, you're a young lady, and you are absolutely okay taking pictures of your body. I would say 90% nude, whether your legs are open, closed, or what have you, whether or not you A cup, B cup, C cup, triple D cup, E cup, whatever cup it is, and you're okay with that. Well, once you put it on social media, ladies, you just have basically just put your whole self out there, right? And when you think about it, and I'm going to talk from a man's perspective, first of all. Also, I plan to talk from a father's perspective. So you're putting yourself out there and you're leaving nothing. It's almost like you're displaying yourself for window dressing for every man that comes along. Every man, there's over 1 billion IG Instagram users, my understanding. And so there they are, they're scrolling through IG, a man is scrolling there, and bam, there you are. Okay. Whether or not you're Hispanic, whether or not you're African American, whether or not you're Black American, whether or not you're white, what have you, whether or not you have a shape or no shape or a shape, and you're okay with that. But you have your body on blast and you think that's cute. You think that's appropriate. I remember a time that what comes to mind that now my mind has started so many things when I said that. I have so many thoughts in my head. So let me focus on what I was initially going to say. I remember a time when it was inappropriate for a woman's belly button to be seen. Of course, now I'm dating myself, right? We're talking about the 1960s, at least, because it was interesting that when I'm sure a lot of you may have seen the show I Dream of Jeannie, and the producers, there was a big to do. That show almost didn't happen for the very simple reason that the producers was arguing over the fact of her wardrobe, the Jeannie outfit. And they didn't want her to wear it. That show, it wasn't going to do the show for the very simple reason her belly button was showing. Okay. Of course, they had made some modifications to it and they went ahead on and allow it. But right now, you can show whatever. What's interesting, I wasn't even looking for this here. And I just so happened to see Janelle Monáe, and she's a hip hop artist or R&B singer. I don't know whatever her style is. I've just heard about her. I couldn't even give you one name of her song. And just recently at the Essence show, she exposed one of her breasts. Just blatantly exposed it, feeling that it's okay. So the question is, ladies, y'all talk to me. Why has it gotten to the point where it's that we have so many of our young women who are okay with this? You know, and then again, Meg the Stallion, whatever her name is, Meg the Stallion. Y'all help me out. Y'all forgive me with these names because that go to show how much attention I really give to them. But yet still, the reason that I'm bringing them up, Meg the Stallion, all right, is the fact that they have so much influence over a lot of our young women. I'm talking about those of 10 years of age, teenagers. And I just said, well, let me see who this Meg the Stallion is. I've never really paid any attention to any of her music. And so I started watching the show again at the Essence. And I couldn't get through the first 2 minutes of her lyrics. It was so void. It was so vulgar. It was very vulgar. And I'm like, here it is. This is a young lady who has, I'm talking about international influence over so many women. And her mouth is filthy, a very filthy mouth. And we're supposed to be okay with that. And people cheering her on and what have you, signing off to this. No, this is wrong. Got a comment here saying that right now, okay, we're leaving nothing to the imagination, but get mad when people are in your inbox being sexual. Absolutely. Thank you for that comment, Ms. Jackson. We get upset. And you know, even with, so check this out. So even with y'all seen the pictures. Let me put one up. This here. This picture here, right? With because I think this really started everything. This picture here with Kiki and Usher. I have the video, but I'm not going to play the video. I'm sure y'all have seen it 1,000 times probably. And to be honest about it, you know, her boyfriend at the time caught flack because he made comment. Of course, first of all, Mr. Jackson, you know, you should have waited till you gotten home, or she got home, and you discussed that in private or in personal. But to say something through social media, that was incorrect. So you kind of open yourself up to that. But let's be realistic about this here, please. Excuse me. So let's flip the script here. So when he said what he said about it, that he felt that this was inappropriate for her to be doing, especially being a mother, okay, and being in a relationship, or even though he referred to her as his wife, of course they were not married, no, but yet everybody came to her rescue. So when this was brought to my attention, I'm looking at, okay, well, you know, she's showing a little thighs there. So, you know, family members said, no, you need to play the video. I said, yeah. So I went, looked for the video and played the video, and I'm like, absolutely not. Now, from a father's perspective, I'm telling you right now, I am livid. I'm livid with this here for various reasons, for several reasons. Number one, you're definitely in a sexual environment, and you're talking about Usher. You hugging all up on him like that, you're grinding. I mean, look how tight he's holding you, and you're holding him. And then you are in an outfit that you do a silhouette that shows that you have both your butt cheeks out, and everybody going ga 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 la 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 over it, and you think that's cute, and you just falling all out, you know, just like you having some you know, palpitations over it, whatever. Really? So I'm sitting here thinking, right now, what if that was My wife. Would that something I would want my wife to be doing? I don't care if it could be Denzel. Really? So just think about that whole picture. You know, there's a comment here. Low self-esteem makes them seek negative attention. They get the attention they was looking for, but then go home still broken because they were treated as a sex object. You pretty much ahead of me there, sis. That's exactly what they are. So who really got played here? Y'all excuse me here, I've been dealing with a cough. So who really got played here? But I'm like, no. Now, I'm just going to take my time with this. We ain't going to be here on this too long, but I want to take my time with this here because this is very important. You're showing me that, number one, you don't respect our relationship. Number one. Number two, you're giving me insinuating that how I can look at that if I am a definitely immature man, that you're sizing me up with someone else. Let me tell you what I would expect my wife to do if Usher or whoever was to approach her. I tell you right now, my wife ain't moving out that seat. Oh, you want to hold my hand, sing to me, serenade me? Okay. But I'm not moving. I'm not falling all over you like you the next thing coming to Jesus Christ. Oh, excuse me. My wife better not move. No. She better not move. But this deals with low self-esteem, of course. That's why we have what we have here. Now, why they felt that this was okay? You know, and we got this picture here of her. You know, and only people, you know what? Think about it. The people that are egging her on, if that's the word you all use in reference to this. And y'all call this sexual. Oh, she entitled to be sexy. Oh, she entitled to show her body. But if you do this for the world, then my question to you, lady, then what is there left for me? Why does every Tom, Dick, and Harry need to know what your body really looks like without any clothes on? So then if you have already put yourself out there as a woman on your IG page, see, there's a lot. Let me slow down. If you've already put yourself out there, oh, you know what? Let me go here. If you've already put yourself out there on the IG page and I meet you, and then I see you got all this, why would I want to bring you home? Why? Why would I want to bring you home? Nah, baby. Because everybody woman ain't nobody woman. Everybody woman ain't nobody woman. Now, what you say here? He will never take her home to meet his mother looking like that. You better believe it. It ain't nothing cute about that. Come on, let's be real about it. There's nothing cute about that type of dressing. It's unheard of. So why do we have that? All these women that agree with that form of dressing. And listen now, look, let me put this picture here up because this is important as well. She went from this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is, hey, she looks gorgeous. If you ask me, this is more attractive. This dress style or dress like this is more attractive than this. Yes, it is. This here look hoochie. What they can say, hoochie fine, hoochie mama, however they go. I don't know. Ain't nothing cute about this. I don't care what you say or how you may think about it, ladies. Ain't nothing cute about that. Because what you're doing is that you are promoting sexuality. Because you want people to feel that you are sexy looking. And what then my question is also, what attention are you trying to grab? Who do you want to draw for yourself? So why do we have what we have right now? The reason that we have a lot of women in the sexual media platform right now, it used to be social media, but in the sexual media right now, and how we get to where we at is because, number one, I just personally feel that a lot of it is because of broken homes. We have a lot of women that, a lot of our young women today that living in homes without fathers to give them validation. We have a lot of women that living in homes with mothers who compete with them. We have mothers who can't teach their young ladies how to dress modest because they don't dress modest. Not only do they not dress modest, but their mouth is so filthy. And I'm telling you what I know. It's nothing cute about that. Nothing at all. You don't have to bear everything, ladies. If you feel that you do, you need to bear everything in order to draw attention to yourself. Then just ask one of the comments, the ladies, comment is that you have low self-esteem. You think that is something that is glamorous. Okay, so you put on social media, you have a nice set of breasts. Is that all you want a man to think of you, to consider of you? Really? Is that it? Oh, well, they could wear bikinis and this and that. Listen, I think the craziest thing what got me is that when I started seeing women walking with thongs on publicly with their butt cheeks out. I'm trying to understand that. Really? And then we have men like dogs howling, you know what? It's real classless. They say you can't turn a whore into a housewife. Woo! You better stop, sister. You better stop. He would never take her home. Yeah, we went over that. Yeah. So anyway, but why? A lot of it has to do with because we have, again, as I stated, when we have broken homes, the structure of the family, okay, has been destroyed to the capacity in which it has right now. This is what we have. And the funny thing about it, we may not have think anything about it some 40, 50 years ago, okay? But yet still over time, this is what we have. You move the father out of the home, right? The father does not have, because he's the foundation of everything, of the family. He's the foundation of everything, to tell you the truth. He's supposed to be the governing body of the family. He's the one that is supposed to set what the family is supposed to be like, what their children, give their identity to their children. And a lot of our young women, they lack knowing who they are. They lack having that identity instilled in them, that they are beautiful, that they are gorgeous, that they, in essence, they focus more on their intellect and instill in them the character that they should have, that men are looking for, that men would not mind taking home to their their mother, instead of what we have right now today. We are being exploited. We're being exploited as a people. We are being demoralized as a people. I don't care what your background or your nationality is. This is not right. We're making ourselves look like absolute fools and idiots. And that we're people who has no moral. And you know what? And the government right there with it, supporting it, pushing it. And those of you who watch TikTok, and I said this to some people I was talking to, was that what has happened now is that the father and mother no longer have the influence over their children anymore like they once used to have. TikTok, IG, or social media itself is a greater influence over our children than the parents are. It is so bad now because we have so many women, and I'm not trying to hound on you women, but we have so many women that women validating women. Let me tell you something. Listen, if your friend is telling you and encouraging you to walk around wearing nothing, then it ain't much to them as well. And they're influencing you. And I hear this all the time, especially with TikTok. I understand how it is. I understand it is very bad. And then it's not that we're talking about women of ages of 20 and 30 and 40. We're talking about teenagers as young as 10, 12, 14 years old that are being influenced that this sexual dress is okay. And it's not. This is immoral. And then the reason that we have, even though, let me say this here to you. If you want to dress like that, that's your business. But you're not going to bring that in my house. And see, that's what a real father would say. A real father would stand up. And I'm not saying that Kiki's father did not say that, did not tell her, or did not check her. But that's the other side to it, too. Do you really think that your father bestowed his love upon you and loved you and cared about you and raised you up so that you could turn around and raise you up with some standards and class about yourself so you could turn around and make yourself a sex object? Really? For the whole world to see? I got some. Social media teaches them to half dress and twerk. That's good. Then I'll play this next video. Listen to this next video.
Probably gonna get me unfollowed, but here it is anyway. I don't want to hear nothing else about black women being the most disrespected person in America. I don't want to hear it no more, because until we ready to address the real tea, which is we disrespect ourselves on a level that's astronomically higher than any other race attempting to disrespect us. We follow anybody with a pink, purple, blue front lace wig on. Our morals and mindset is not the same as our grandparents or our grandmothers, and we done abandoned anything and everything to do with decorum and gentleness and femininity. Like, all of that is just a thing of the past, but then we wonder why we so disrespected. This a whole fool. The truth is, you get what you give, and before anybody can learn to respect you, you must lay the blueprint of how you want to be respected. Ain't nobody taking us seriously when all we promote is turning our tails up in the sky and twerking and shaking it like a skunk. We need to get back to what matters, but the truth is we play too much. We want to be entertained all the time, and half of us can't entertain a viable conversation of substance for longer than 20 minutes because our attention span is so low. I already know they're gonna say this video is hating, and I'm a hater, but guess what? I am. I'm hating on the fact that the most beautifully created women on the face of this earth have now been brought low and made to be cartoon characters. Just something for everybody to laugh at. But guess what? They not laughing with us, they laughing at us. And I'm definitely hating on that.
Ain't nothing else need to be said. Because she tell the truth. And let's be real about it. So parents need to, I don't know, can we put the cat back in the bag? Is the cat out the bag so far, right? Whatever that phrase means. Anyway, are we so far gone there's no turning back right now? Are we? Man, we got to do better. And it starts at the home. So when we have this functioning homes like we do right now, because a lot of you women think, you know, especially when I see these videos of things that you don't need a man is, you blame a man for that, you fault a man for this, you fault a man for that, he can't do that. But then look what you got. Look what we have right now. Look, I ain't gonna be in here too long. I just want to say that. Problem is, I don't know if you get anything out of it or not, I don't know. But I can tell you right now, this is not godly. All we're doing is promoting. I don't even say you promoting sex. I'm going to tell you, you are degrading yourself. Hey, take that page down. You don't need that in order to be validated as a woman. Why do you think you need that? Why do you think you need that to validate you as a woman? Why? Because you never had a man to validate who you really are. Whether or not you chose to not have your father in your life, whether or not he chose to not have you, not to be in your life, or the mother chose. But you needed your father to validate you. You needed your father to assure you that you are beautiful. You needed your father to affirm that you matter. You needed your father to let you know, no, that's not how a lady conduct themselves, a lady carry themselves. No, they don't act like that. No, baby, where you going with them shorts on? Nah, come on back in the house. Come on back in the house and find the rest of them clothes to them shorts, the material to them shorts. If you can't, then find another pair. If you top heavy, ladies, you can dress and still look sexy and dress appropriate without you showing all your cleavage and everything. Let me see here. Women should think twice before they put on these pieces of strings. Is that how you want your pastor to see you? Is that how you want your boss to see you? To see all of your girls hanging out or your tush hanging out? Ladies, you are beautiful and you should carry yourself as such. Is it really necessary? I didn't get too many comments on this. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a whole lot of views on it because a lot of y'all are okay with this. I don't know, Mac be talking about some of y'all, but it ain't cute. It's not cute. It's ways of looking sexy for your husband without you exposing yourself, all of your business for the whole world to see. And I'm just gonna keep it real. Nope. Then you leave nothing for imagination anymore. But anyway, let me play this video one more time.
A woman that's everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. You out there in them streets, letting it all hang out. A woman that's everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. Everybody woman. Ain't nobody woman. A woman that's everybody, nobody woman.
I gotta put this comment up because I want to respond to this. My son is a single father. The best thing ever happened to him was having 2 daughters. I swear he always dressing them like boys, all covered up. Because he understands. He knows. I don't know what their ages are right now. He knows. He understands what they have to deal with. Just like boys. Now, some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, well, are they tomboys or they?" No, stop that foolishness. Stop that foolishness. I guarantee you, if you ask the average man out there, I'm not talking about the dog man now, okay? The man who let me finish my first thought before I go to that. In all honesty, I guarantee you, when a man see you half naked like that, he only have one thing in mind concerning you. It has nothing to do with your mind. It has nothing to do with your character. It has nothing to do with your standards because he already see what your standard is. All he wants to do is to see if he can make the score. So then once he make the score, he moving on. But he gonna circle back to see if he can hit that score again. Then once he do that, then you know what? My thing is this. Then, hey, oh yeah, man, I got that, man. She easy, man. Go ahead and talk to her. Or I'm almost certain she give it up. But why you want that mentality? Why do you want to be labeled with that? But that's all he wants. He has no interest in you in anything else if you dress like that. But you take a woman, let's say a woman that is dressed like this, okay? But that's you now. You are really, and this is your standard, because dressed like this represents a standard. Dressed like this represents a different standard. But it's the same person, right? So when you go from this, and I see you dressed like this in the street. Now I'm married now and I love my wife, but I want to come real home with this. So I see a woman like this walking on one side of the street, and I see a woman dressed like this walking on the other side of the street. When I look at this, if I'm looking at this on one side of the street, I'm looking to see what else I can see. But when I'm looking at this on the other side of the street, I guarantee you that I have more high standards for this woman than this woman. Because in my mind, this woman is easy to get because she's already putting it out there. This woman here requires me to have to work for it. Meaning I'm going to have to really bring my A game. I'm going to have some conversation. I got to make sure I got my act together as well. What's up, bro? Bishop. God bless you, man. Thank you for joining, man. I'm going to have to work for this woman. This woman here is just only for a score for a night. And see what I can do, what I can score tonight, and then that's it. I'm moving on. This one here, I might look at being interested in this here for a lifetime. But it's sad that this is the same woman that is displaying both. And listen again, excuse me, she's not by herself. She's not by herself. There's a lot of Keke Palmers out there. Some of you know them. You know exactly who they are. So you can dress business even at work and still look nice and gorgeous without letting everything hang out. You know, you don't want it too short. I'm not listen. Let me make this clear too. I'm not saying you got to dress every day with sleeves to your wrists and dresses to your ankles, you know, and you got button up all the way to the collar. No, hey, this is cute. This is very cute. This is more acceptable, I promise you, than this. This here tells me this is a woman that is looking for attention. This shows me that this is a woman who already has all the attention she needs. And that is the attention that she's given herself, that she knows of herself. But that's the same woman. Don't let these jokers fool you. They can be tell you everything you need to hear, you want to hear. And you falling for it. But at the end of the day, will they take you home? Maybe. But if they do take you home, it's only going to be for the night. Hey, we got to go. We must dress modest. And you can look cute dressing modest. Class or trash versus trash. Yep. Don't let nobody tell you anything differently. These people are lying to you, ladies. These men are lying to you. I don't know if I'm sure y'all saw the video. Man, when she turned around, where did Usher eyes land to? He still wasn't looking at her in her face. His eyes went directly to what she was showing off in the video. All her butt cheeks. And he looked, and he wasn't ashamed. He wasn't ashamed. Now I heard comments that this was staged and whatever, you know, they both entertain us, what have you. Man, stop buying that nonsense. Stop buying that nonsense. And you know what? Let me say this, ladies. Once you put it on the web, it's out there. You can delete all you want. But once you put it on the web, it's out there. It ain't no bringing it back. And this is how you want, just as one comment say, you want your boss to see you like this. You want your pastor to see you that way. So let's say you put a picture of yourself in this real skimpy bathing suit, and you're at the beach now, but this real skimpy bathing suit, and then you put it online, you put it on social media. So then you come to church, now you dressed up like Mother Daisy, but you think them brothers, when they look at you, are they going to see your Mother Daisy dressed up? Or are they going to have that image of you in their mind when you was on the beach, wearing that little skimpy bathing suit? Or your boss or your coworkers. And a lot of them egging you on to do it, and that's eternity. Now, social media is good, but we have allowed it to destroy us as a people. We're allowing it to destroy us. Because now it got to the place right now that it's okay to do immoral things. We're starting to call the good bad and the bad good. That's what we're doing now. And we got to stop this. So listen, ladies, and I'm not here to beat nobody up or anything like that. And I appreciate all of you, those of you who comment or whatever, but I'm just going to call it like it is. You know, we have 5 daughters, my wife and I. We have one that try to be she try to, how would I say it? She tests the waters at time. But she know that if she does, somebody gonna be in her ear. See, that's the other thing. We gotta stop being afraid to call it like it is, ladies. What's wrong with you pulling that lady aside and talking to her? I'm not saying that you have to, I'm not saying that you have to just blast them. No. Go and help them correct them. Okay, we got another comment here. When my daughter got to the stage that they wanted to go out, I would ask, what are you selling? They say nothing. I say to them, take the for sale. Woo! I would say to them, take the for sale sign down, go change clothes. It's true. Got to have some class. You have to have some standards. You have to have some morals about yourself. Okay, hey, we're going to get out of here. All right. That's why we have what we have. But I thank God for you mothers who, you may not have a man in the home, but you're raising your daughters the right way, because to have standards and character, because you are a woman of character and standards and great morals, So, hey, everybody. Man, I wish we didn't have to have these kind of conversations. I wish our families were not in the situation that they're in right now. But if we can turn it around, but in all honesty, we have to go back to God. We have to go back to God. We have to put God back in the family. We have to put the father back in the family. We have to start over. Start over. I don't know who this may reach. I don't know who may hear this, but the scripture says that you beautifully and wonderfully made. True. But you do not have to dress skimpy in order to get attention. And my prayers and my heart go out to you if you feel that you do, that someone did not make you feel loved. Someone did not let you know that, hey, listen, this is not what you need to do. Now, I understand that social media now, the reason that a lot of young women do it, they do it for views. So I guess the more views they get, the more money they make. So for the love of money, is the root of all evil. So you're selling your body. You might well say, oh my God, I'm just having some thoughts right now. For money, for views, for likes. And then a lot of them likes and views, people don't even know you like that. But then yet still, you're compromising yourself. You're compromising your future. You're compromising your values. You're compromising your standards for likes. So you okay wearing nothing at South Beach, and then you put on this see-through jumper or coat and think you covering up, and you still got your cheeks hanging out. It's nothing cute about that. If you ask me, that's really, really, really nasty. But yes, still you okay with that because the brothers hollering at you. And that's what you need to validate you. Listen, if that's what you're falling for, please listen to what I'm saying to you. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. And you need to correct it. Hey, we love you. Oh, so as I get ready to get out, it's imperative that we have these conversations. Thank you for being stressed to do so. Oh, we have to, what, that's true. A lot of you ladies out there, you see young ladies that you know growing up, and you see they live in your neighborhoods. They go to church with you. But you don't say anything because you're concerned about their feelings. No. You can be concerned about their feelings, but still go to them. No, sweetie, let's not dress like that. Because if you dress like that, you're going to draw the wrong type of man to you. That's going to be more trouble to you than he's going to be your knight in dark armor instead of being your knight in shining armor. And we do that. You have men that they go around just to prey on vulnerable women. But you're not vulnerable. No, you're not vulnerable. Not unless you advertise it. But stop advertising it and be a woman. Be a woman. Be a woman of high standard and class. It's nothing cute about what. If you look at me, I mean, my wife was showing me something else. My wife was showing me something else in reference to Kiki. Kiki has really gone to the other side. And again, as I stated, listen, the reason being that there's a spirit loose. And we cannot be naive to that. There's a spirit, there's a sexual demonic spirit loose to destroy our nation, to destroy us as a people. And we got to stop catering to this. I tell you what, China, TikTok came from China. No question about it. But you think that China is allowing the type of information on TikTok in China that is being allowed here in the United States? No. The TikTok, in my understanding, that is in China, they promote educational stuff. TikTok here in the States, I guess the best way to put it is that it promotes entertaining stuff. Education, entertaining. So we all okay with being entertained by crazy stuff. Now this boat dive challenge, and people are dying. Now here it is. Now again, I'm on. I got to stay on the women for right now because that's what the whole conversation is about. And we okay entertaining with our bodies and getting views. Then we go and establish our private pages for the sake of money. But you don't realize how you're really being detrimental to yourself. You're really destroying yourself. We're destroying, and men, look, we need to stop perpetuating this type of behavior anyway. If we stop being so gullible sexually about our women, again, it's going back to the fathers in the home, setting a standard. Then maybe our women wouldn't feel that they have to have this or do this type of dressing in order to realize or to be respected. Man, we got to stop this. We got to teach our children, our young daughters, that they're not sex objects. We need to stop treating them like they are sex objects. We don't mind chasing women like this because we're lower standards, because we have low standards about ourselves. I got to go. Hey, everybody, I hope I said something that gave you something to think about, okay? We'll see you next week. Let me know. Hey, while you're there, if you're watching YouTube, please, how about subscribe to the channel? If you have not subscribed, like, comment, and share. In Facebook, those of you who are watching Facebook, hey, you know what? As always, I appreciate you. All right, but we got to make a difference. We got to make a change. Stay off of sexual media. All right, because social media really is. It has its good. I had a thought just then, but I think at the state in which it's in now is not good. Why do you feel you need to put your whole life on social media? Why do you think everybody need to know what you had to eat last night? What have you? If you're going to utilize social media, if you're going to have social media, if you're going to post on social media, let it be content that is going to empower one another. Let it be that content that's going to be a positive influence and not promote the devil's work. I think that's the best way to say it. And I know a lot of you are on social media who watch this, and I've seen some of your content, and I commend you. We need to continue to promote Christ and the love of Christ. We need to continue to promote the kingdom of God, not anything that glorifies the devil and his works. Those things we need to stay away from. We're just too open with our life. We're too open with everything there is about us. No, cut it down, okay? Ladies, be ladies. All right. I'm thinking about this phrase my wife says, but I'm gonna leave that for where it's at. Hey, we love you. Y'all have a good night, okay?